Hey folks, Troubletcat here, recording for the Zombie Arcade. You're watching Meet the Weapon. Today we're looking at the L86A2 with no attachments here aside from the bipod, which is the default for this gun. Playing a little bit of Rush on Caspian border here as defenders, and of course before we get into talking about this gun in the game, we're going to talk a little bit about it in real life. This gun is pretty much the exact same thing as the L85A2. Almost all the details are exactly the same as that, so if you want to know more about this gun, check out my videos on the L85A2 from a while ago. You'll be able to find them in the Meet the Weapon playlist on my channel. But I'm just going to mention in this video the differences between the L86 and the L85. So, the L86 is meant to be a light support weapon variant. This is meant to be used as sort of a machine gun kind of thing. And so the differences are, this gun has a longer barrel than the L85, to get sort of greater muzzle velocity, better at long range. It's got a bipod by default, and it's got a shorter handguard, I believe. Aside from that, it's pretty much the exact same thing. Some sort of, so you know, as I said again, check out the L85 video if you want to know more about this gun. But those are the differences with the L86. There's some interesting things to note about this gun, though. Largely, it was designed as a light support weapon, but because it doesn't have a quick change barrel, you can't, and there's, it's using the same standard 30-round magazines as the L85 uses. In this game, you've got 45 shots, but in real life, this uses the same 30-round mags as the L85. It's not really that good as a machine gun, even though that was its intended role with the longer barrel and the bipod, because you can't actually sustain fire for that long with it without the barrel overheating, / you need to reload a lot because it's just got 30-round mags. So what ended up happening is apparently most British infantry units now actually use the Minimi, which is basically the M249, for their light support weapon, and they'll use the L86 as sort of like a marksman weapon, because apparently the long barrel, the bipod, and the Suzat sight, which it comes with by default, make it very, very accurate at long range in real life. So this gun does get used, but apparently it gets used more in sort of a marksman role than in its originally intended role as a light support weapon, which I thought was kind of interesting. There's some differences between this gun in the game and the gun in real life. As I already mentioned, you've got bigger magazines in the game than you would have in real life with this. And aside from that, in real life, this is select fire, same as the L85. You got full auto fire or single fire. In the game, this weapon only does full auto fire, which is kind of annoying at times because I really wish it did do single shot in the game to make it a bit easier to pick off people at long range with this thing. So, my initial impressions of this gun when I first unlocked it were not good. I fucking hated it. I actually, initially I found it to be really inaccurate. The rate of fire was, you know, relatively okay, but not that fast. And I just found, I don't know, I felt like it was a really, really hard gun to actually get kills with, mostly because I felt like the accuracy was terrible initially. In this game, oddly enough, I actually did pretty well picking people off with it at medium ranges and stuff like that, even with the bipod up. There are a few times where I found it to be actually pretty damn useful even at medium range. And so, I don't know what the deal is, because initially I found the recoil to be horrendous and the accuracy to not be that good, and I just didn't like this gun. But as I was playing with it in this match, I actually really enjoyed it, so I don't know, guys. I guess my impressions of this gun are currently in flux. I'm going to be playing around with this in the next few days, finding a nice attachment load to show you guys in the second video on this weapon. And, I don't know, maybe I'll find something that does sort of change my opinion from my original impressions of this gun and make me like it a lot more, because initially I thought it was terrible, but in this game, I did pretty well with it. A little bit of a shorter game here, which I thought was okay. Once again, I didn't have a huge amount to say about this gun. And sort of slow in parts. I don't like, you know, games like these where I'm defending and the enemies, they were attacking, but they weren't attacking very competently. I talk about this all the time, actually, because I put up a lot of games that are kind of one-sided. Not all the time, but I put up a lot of games that are kind of one-sided, just because a lot of games in BF3 are kind of one-sided. And I don't really like that. That's just how the game is, I guess. So, you know, what do you do in a situation like this? Well, you can see here, I sort of ended up deciding, well, I guess I'll go and hold this left flank, and I'll try to push up a bit if I can. I got a pretty damn solid ratio in this game. I think I went 12 for 1. But it just wasn't that exciting. I don't know, guys. I like excitement and passion and energy in my video games. And not people just kind of chilling out. As a general rule of thumb, I just don't like defending very much, to be honest with you guys. I tend to prefer attacking because you can I like being aggressive, getting in there, getting it done, murdering people, and so on and so forth. Whereas with defending, you just kind of sit back, and it's sort of out of your hands in a way. If you're attacking, even if your team are being triple fucks and like camping from your spawn, if you're on the attacking team in Rush, you can still make the game exciting for yourself by, you know, pushing up yourself, trying to get in there and trying to get it done. You might die a lot, but you can at least be doing something. Whereas if you're defending, if the enemy's not attacking, you can't like go up into their spawn. You have to just kind of hang back and like very slowly whittle away at their tickets. This game wasn't too bad in that regard, but sometimes you'll get into a match where the attackers don't get past the first phase, and it takes like 15 fucking minutes because they're all like showing back in spawn and very, very, very slowly killing them off. Man, I hate that shit. Thankfully, this game not quite that nasty. What else can I tell? Oh, of course. How could I forget? I wanted to mention in this video, I considered doing a video dedicated to it, but I think I've made enough videos complaining about fucking DICE's business practices and stuff like that. So I'll just mention it in this video. The new soldier upgrade that dropped a couple of days ago for premium members is fucking bullshit. So, you get these like weapon and soldier camos as part of premium, right? If you're not familiar with this, that non-premium members don't get. It's just a side thing. I bought it through the DLC, right? I mean, it's just this little side bonus thing. I don't really give a fuck. But they released more today. So previously there was one camo for 4 different guns, and a couple of soldier camos. And in the new shit they released the other day, they released one more camo for the same 4 guns. And a couple new soldier camos. There was no patch, which means these were already sitting in the game waiting for DICE to unlock them. Just kind of lazy. And I mean, how long could it actually take to have some texture artists sit down and bang out some fucking new skins for weapons that already exist? You'd think it wouldn't be that hard. It just, I don't know. The camo thing is not a feature that I give a single shit about. Let's be clear on this. But I'm sure there are people who are more interested than I am. And aside from that, even though I don't care about the camos themselves, it just seems really lazy. Just how little they actually added in that. I don't know. I probably shouldn't complain so much, because as I said, I don't really care, but I don't know, it's just one more thing where it sort of seems like DICE just doesn't give a fuck about their game, you know? And that makes me sad. It makes me sad to see a developer not caring about their product. Ah, well, I mostly bought the thing for the DLC anyway, so I'm not too mad, but, it's kind of lame there, DICE. Just kind of lame. Anyway, our enemies, sadly, I was actually really hoping our enemies would actually blow up this objective, so this video would be a bit longer, give me some time to get some more kills in. Then I would have edited this down a bit, made a bit of a, yeah, I had a bit more, some more kills in here, and a bit more of an edited video with less bits where I'm just kind of standing around, but the enemy didn't manage to actually blow that up, we defused it, and then the game was over. But I figured, you know, fuck it, I'll use this one. Because, why the hell not? I got a decent number of kills, decent ratio, and you got to see the weapon's potential a little bit. And I'll be showing you guys that a little bit more in whatever attachment loadout I end up using, which I haven't decided yet for this gun. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought of the video, and until next time, Troubletcat out. I've been live streaming a lot lately. I want to BF3, so check out the live stream if you want to see more BF3 content fast when it gets uploaded. See you guys.